While most popes have historically washed the feet of fellow priests to commemorate Holy Thursday, as Jesus did with his disciples during the Last Supper, Pope Francis has again distanced himself from tradition by washing the feet of lay people, including the elderly and disabled. Jesus made a gesture a job, the service of a slave, a servant, Francis said. And he leaves this inheritance to us. We need to be servants to one another. Last year he performed the Easter ritual on female and Muslim inmates at a local juvenile facility, according to a report from Time magazine that represented a major break with papal tradition, as typically only Catholic men are included in the practice. Francis' recent actions have raised concerns among churchgoers and Catholic officials who hold a more traditionalist view of papal duties. Canon lawyer Edward Peters said, by disregarding his own law in this matter, Francis violates, of course, no divine directive. What he does do, I fear, is set a questionable example. The Reverend John Zuhlsdorf responded to guidelines for priests set out by Catholic Bishop Robert Morlino, who has said that while priests do wash men's feet, it is not a compulsory ceremonial activity. Washing the feet of women was not an option. Those are the two options given by the Church, Zuhlsdorf wrote. The foot-washing rite is already an option. The Church's law says that only men may be the recipients of this foot-washing. Bishop Morlino's guidelines do nothing but reiterate the Church's laws, which bishops and priests are obliged to follow. But Francis has his supporters, including Rita Ferrone, who has written books on liturgical practice and is a consultant to the US Diocese on liturgical matters. She told the Religion News Service regarding the foot-washing debate, it becomes yet another occasion for people who would like to see women excluded from the sanctuary. This is being used by those who wish to make a point about holy orders being reserved for men. Jimmy Akin, with the National Catholic Register, applauded Francis' actions. What he's doing hopefully will have a profound impact on the lives of these young people, setting them on the right path both in terms of civil law and their faith life, Akin said. He's also, by this action, showing the world that he takes his role seriously as a servant and evangelist to all people. After centuries of oppression and separate gender roles for men and women in Muslim communities, a male Islamic scholar from Toronto is calling for female members to take their place at the forefront of leadership in the Church. Understand that Allah has given you your freedom, dignity and authority before anyone else, Sheikh Saeed Regia said during a recent lecture at the Dubai World Trade Center. A woman was the first person to convert to Islam, and in previous eras women were actually leaders in the Islamic community. If we want brothers and sisters to regain their legacy, we have to put women in their rightful place, affirming the God-given edict for women to wear a veil and for men to lower their gaze, according to a report from The National. Today, what I'm requesting from my sisters is to rise once again, stand up and assume the responsibility to take care of the children and men of the Ummah, Regia said. The recent peace conference in Dubai, which drew more than 100,000 visitors, according to The National, was held in conjunction with the Al-Manar Quran Study Centre. Prominent scholars speaking at the event included Zakir Naik, Yusuf Eustace, Numan Ali Khan and Sheikh Mishari Al-Afasi. 8 people reportedly converted to Islam during the 3-day conference. Touting a more moderate brand of Islam, former Malaysian Prime Minister Dr. Mahathir Mohamad criticised the recent arrest of activist Qasim Ahmad for reportedly insulting the religion, saying that the incarceration casts Islam as hard and unmerciful. This event makes it appear as if we are trying to become a Muslim country that uses force to ensure Muslims live in fear of being arrested for going against fatwa created by those in power, he wrote on his blog. Ahmad was taken into custody in late March and charged with insulting the religion and contradicting a fatwa on criticisms against the Hadith. The offence was reportedly committed during a speech titled The Thoughts of Qasim Ahmad that took place in mid-February in Putrajaya, Malaysia. Dr. Mahathir said that a lot of people in the nation criticise Islam and are not treated as harshly as Ahmad, whom Dr. Mahathir described as old and unwell. It is a moderate religion that does not intend to be a burden to its followers or force them, noting that some believers did not want Islam to be soft, considerate or fair. They want a draconian Islam, Muhammad said. Ahmad was charged under Section 7B of the Sharia Criminal Offences Act of 1997. He faces a fine of up to 3,000 ringgit Malaysia, 2 years in jail, or both.